losses. You're the team's leader. What are you telling these freshmen?
Just move past it. It's a long season. I mean,
Got to mention, Sam Timmons is here, practiced with us this morning, but will not play the games.
We got him last night.
but yeah, it's just a long season. I mean, going out the course of the year, we have our team meetings. I mean, not one of our goals was to be undefeated. We know that during the course of the season, you're gonna have your ups and downs, and that you're gonna lose some games. So I think the fact that we experienced that, we can learn from it. I think the biggest thing now is just putting everything together. I think we played a pretty diverse schedule this year as far as teams that we played to help us into conference play. So I'm just picking up from teams that we played against, styles, and picking up against that and trying to use those as learning tools for our conference.
How do things change Friday, if they change at all?
I think the only thing that changes is just what people are talking about. I think for us in our locker room, we never came out and was like, oh man, it's conference play, we got to step it up now, because every game we're trying to play our best. So I think that's just something that we try to stay consistent with. It doesn't matter who we're playing against, the only thing that needs to be right is us. So I think that's probably our biggest mindset right now.
Is there a different feel to league games once you're out there?
100% there's a different feel, but I don't think it's a different feel as far as the way we practice in our locker room. I think it's just like media hype, knowing who you're playing against now. I mean, with the schedule, you know you're probably going against you're going against Power 6 conference team every single time. But that's probably just the biggest thing, but our mindset doesn't change.
Do the letters UCLA get you more jacked up than another team?
I mean, I've been here for a while, so I've played against before. I'm sure for those guys, they're all a little bit amped. I mean, when you think of UCLA, you think of John Wooden and the great history that they do have, so I'm sure a lot of them are hyped to play against them.
Does the leadership qualities, Andrew, do they have to show up a little bit more after a loss when you're preparing for another team?
Definitely, but that doesn't start like during the game. That all starts in practice. I think these last couple practices that we have been great. I mean, guys are starting to talk a little bit more. Just things are clicking a little bit more, which we thought would happen I mean, once again, we're a super young team, so we can't do it all at once. So it's just throughout the course of the year, just things start changing.
I was wondering too, because at least like the last game, you've been positive turnover assist ratios and things like that. It just seemed like you guys are handling the ball. You guys are executing what's going on. Is it just a matter of making the shots and you win the games?
Yeah, definitely. I think just in the games that we lost, I know even last night when they zoned us a little bit, we were a little bit stagnant on top. I think that was the first time we got zoned for the majority of the game. I think Seattle, you did it a little bit too, but we worked on to get in practice, getting the ball moving and penetrating the paint. I think a lot of times, especially when you come out of high school, you can just move it around and get a good shot. But here we got to penetrate, get an inside play, inside out, and we learned that in practice, so we're ready.